Hey, what's up you guys? My name is Tyler Rugge. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be unboxing another pair of animals that I'm just super excited about. We really couldn't turn these down. So we got a pair of Abronia Deppii. In our opinion, this is just some of our favorite Abronia species. You'll see why in a minute. They're absolutely beautiful. Abronia are just animals that don't become available very often. A lot of Abronia are wild caught, obviously. Not a lot of people are breeding them. We were lucky enough to find a pair that was captive born, which is really nice. On top of that, as some of you are probably aware, we have had success breeding Abronia Graminea multiple times now. And so we really want to start working with other Abronia species so that we can hopefully have success breeding other Abronia, and eventually we can have a nice captive population of them, and hopefully they won't be smuggled as often because that happens a lot, unfortunately. And they're also endangered, which also sucks. Morlos and Guerrero, right? Is that how you say it? I'm pretty sure that's the white person pronunciation. I'm not going to attempt a Mexican accent in this video. So yeah, I'm just gonna get to unboxing them, and then I wanna give you guys just some updates on my Abronia Graminea and the babies we have and how they're doing. So we're gonna go down and check those out after I show you these guys. Here they are. I'm pretty sure this is the male. So these are Morlo Abronia Deppii. There's two main localities. There's Morlo and Guerrero. Of course, my pronunciation, excuse it, because I'm sure it's off. Yeah, there's two main localities. The Morlo are these guys, and they're my favorite of the two localities. In my opinion, they're just really beautiful. They're much more black and white in color, and they have a really bright orange belly underside, if you can see. He's literally looking up for you, like how perfect. They're like bright orange underneath, and they're just amazing. The Guerrero are still pretty, but they're more of like a grayish brown color, and they don't really have the orange underside. Honestly, I would have taken either one, but I got really lucky that we found this pair and it was our favorite locality. And I'm also very happy about the temperament. A lot of Abronia do not tolerate handling very well at all, and he's just kind of chilling. My female Graminea, the original female I got, honestly both of my females, as soon as you grab them, they'll bite you, alligator roll, and poop everywhere, and it's just not a good time. I do not hold any of them very much because they don't like it, but it's nice when they're this well tempered, especially for filming purposes, so I love that. I love them. They're probably my favorite Abronia species. So then this is the female, and even with this locality, obviously there's always going to be color variation, so you can kind of tell. The male is even more black and white than the female. The female has a little bit of orange underneath, but it's definitely a lot less than the male has. But still, they're both beautiful lizards. She's really chill too. I love that. They're just vibing. We're having a great time. I'm very excited. So we already have their quarantine setups set up and ready for them to go. I could not be more pleased with them. They look really healthy. Like I said, they are captive born, so I wasn't expecting them to be in terrible shape by any means. But you never know, just because of how sensitive and finicky Abronia are, and even if they're captive bred, sometimes you can just expect them to not be in great shape depending on who was caring for them previously. But they look really, really good as far as I can tell. Hopefully we can get these guys to pair up and we can get some babies out of them. I just cannot stop looking at them. They're so beautiful. I don't know what else to say. I just love them. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put them in their quarantine setups, and then I'm gonna go down to the basement and I'm gonna show you guys the Graminea we have, the babies, how they're doing, and just some updates on our Graminea. All right, so updates on my Abronia Graminea. We're in the basement because I brought them inside for the year. I keep them outside while it's nice out, but once it starts dropping too cold at night, I usually just bring them inside. And I'll keep them in my basement. My basement's where I keep most of my animals that like it a lot cooler in temperature because my reptile room tends to get pretty warm. So I keep my Abronia down here because they like it cooler. Plus, I have found that keeping them cool and cooling them through the winter is one of the things that has led me to success in having them reproduce. Needless to say, I'm keeping all my Abronia down here. The Deppii that I just got are going to be upstairs until the end of their quarantine period, because I obviously don't want them near my other Abronia until they're done with quarantine, just in case. These two enclosures have my original pair of Abronia Graminea, so my female is in this one, and my male is in this one. And then over here in this enclosure, we have my female Graminea that I just recently got. Didn't see that video. I pretty recently got a new female Graminea that is sort of like a rescue case where it wasn't doing well with its previous owner, so I took it in and I managed to rehabilitate it. It's doing so much better now. It was really skinny before and just not doing too well. Yeah, she's put on a lot of weight and she's doing really good now. Normally I would give them more space than this, but just because she was so skinny, I didn't want to give her a huge enclosure. So I am going to be upgrading her pretty soon. And then moving on, these are our two babies over here. So this is the Abronia that was born last year in 2021. They are doing really good. It's pretty much in its full green color. You can tell he's healthy and he's just doing good and he's been growing really well. So I'm very happy about that. And then on the end here, we have the newest baby that was born this year, and he's still in his like baby coloration. So they're born kind of like a black, grayish brown color. Then over time, they slowly turn greener and greener until they're finally in their full green adult coloration. So he's still really small, but this year, when my female gave birth, she only gave birth to this one baby Abronia, so I was so worried. When she only had one baby this year, I was like, oh my god, anything happens to this baby, I am going to just be very sad. From the time he was born, basically, he just ate like a champ. He's been growing really well, and he's just very solid. I am not worried about him at all. He's doing great. And I'm so happy about it. And then I don't think I ever posted about this or made a video about this, but I actually do have two more male Abronia Graminea, which I've never shown before, and I don't currently have with me. So the deal with that is, I think it was in like a Facebook group or something, there was someone who's local to me who was rehoming two female Abronia Graminea, and I was like, oh my god, perfect. Supposedly captive bred, which who knows? He said that the person he got them from said that they were captive bred. He just had them as pets. He was cohabitating them, these two females. They were just pets, obviously he wasn't trying to breed them or anything. Otherwise he wouldn't have two females. And yeah, I mean, this guy like seemed like he was taking really good care of them actually. They were in good health, their enclosure was nice, like everything was pretty good. And I ended up figuring out that they're in fact actually both male. It kind of sucked because I was like, I didn't really need two more males, but of course like, I'm still happy to take in two males, but I was expecting two females. Also, I forgot to mention, before I get into what I did with them, one was just a normal, like, you know, regular Abronia Graminea, and the other one was a black-eyed Abronia Graminea. So most Abronia have blue eyes, they're just kind of standard, but then there's black-eyed Abronia, and their eyes are like all black. I ended up finding someone who has a bunch of Abronia, and they actually had a female Abronia Graminea. They also had a female black-eyed Graminea, so I ended up sending these two males out to this person on sort of like a breeding loan. So they're gonna go try and pair these Abronia together, and if there's success and they end up having litters of babies, then we're gonna split the babies, and then I get the males back. And then hopefully by then, you know, at least I have one more female now, and then for the third male, you know, I just need to get another female, which maybe like one of these babies could be a female that I could potentially pair it with or something. Just for bloodline diversity purposes, basically, I don't want to pair all my males to the same female because then all my babies are just going to have the same bloodline. I want like all my babies to be the same bloodline because then I can't breed any of the babies together without inbreeding occurring, which isn't ideal. I guess total I have 7 Abronia Graminea. 2 females, 3 males, and 2 unsexed babies. Bottom line is all my Abronia Graminea are doing really well, and I'm just very excited for the future of the breeding of them. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this little update. If you guys liked it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to see more videos, and I will see you guys in the next one.